Hi everybody, it's Galactic Man Larry here again with another G.I.Joe classified series action figure review, and today we have in front of us Stuart Outback Selkirk, the retail version with this like chalk illustration. I don't know, it's yeah, is this the proper way to sell an action figure, to put like a Van Gogh image? you know Yeah, there you have the renders. I mean, maybe if you put it like this in the shelf, people would be like, ah, okay, that's what I'm buying. Because when you look at this, it's like clearly not for children. It's, of course, I mean, let's say that these figures are mostly being collected by adults, and that might be actually the case. I mean, I'm one of all of us, but if you put this in a toy store, is it appealing for someone who has never had a G.I. Joe figure before? I mean, for new public, I don't think so. Anyway, let's just stop that. The images is like the same artwork than from the Tiger Force one, but adapted, of course, to the original or the regular version of the character. I already cut the tape. Let's take this guy out. Before that, there you can see because people sometimes tell me you didn't show the signs here. You can go and check that in the website. Nothing more to show for the box. It's as blue as it gets, with a little bit of ginger. And there you have this guy. I have something to show you. Yeah, it got me. The Hasbro quality control issues just got all the way to me. Look at that. I mean, I don't know if you can see it. I was like shocked when I was like, who allowed this head? Because the figure is okay, but the head, who allowed this head to be put in the figure and to be sold? And it happens that it's the one that I got. So I got I'm the lucky winner of this misprint. And yeah, it's terrible. I mean, that really, he looks bad. I'll have to contact the client service, whatever. So before we continue, we also get, of course, this crate with his name, Stuart Outback Selkirk, where you have like this wax bag, very satisfying sounds there. And you get the same accessories as with the Tiger Force Outback, but different tones of plastic. This is more like a khaki or something like that. His machine gun is black, I mean cast in black plastic, and the strap is painted also in a different tone of brown, but it's the same sculpt. But maybe I think I prefer this accessory than the Tiger Force one. I mean, I prefer it being cast in black instead of like a transparent, not even gunmetal, but just like transparent gray kind of thing. The handgun, well, the sidearm, everything is the same. Sorry, maybe I'm not even focusing, I'm not checking. The little shovel, I have to get one of these for myself, a real one, I mean a human-sized one. His knife, looking good. And yeah, the magazine for the machine gun, of course. And let's continue looking at this disaster of a face. I mean, the face sculpt is great, but I just got maybe the worst face print ever for this figure. I don't know. I hope no one else gets such a terrible eye misplacement. Sorry, I'm not even able to speak, to talk properly. But just look at the eyes. I mean, I'm sure you can see it, yeah? Like the eye is all like, this one is all pulled out of the eyelids, and this one is just like, it reminds me of the Goonies, or it was what I thought. This character, which is a bit deformed. Come on, man. And yeah, you can see this guy is also, I don't know if it comes across in the camera. Of course, he has like his orange arm hairs there, but you cannot really see them, orange ginger. But even his skin tone is reddish. And yeah, I mean, I can tell you, I have a like 4 or 5 uncles and aunts from my father's side, which are exactly like this guy, like, well, redheads, gingers, whatever you call it, and they do tend, their skin does look reddish. Not only where they have hair, but also the bare skin. You know, I'm an ignorant in these matters. I'm not a physician, doctor, whatever you call it. Just for for comparisons, because this is one we want to check. There you have Old Man Logan. I mean Old Man Outback, and and our very young rave attendant with his survival t-shirt which says survival. Actually, check that. I don't know if you can see that the print for survival is it's not like super clean in my copy, at least. Yeah, I'm a bit disappointed. I mean, I'm totally disappointed by the way that face is all misprinted. I'm super happy with my Tiger Force one. Even if I got it, it was very hard for me to get it. Well, I had to pay twice the price, that's the thing. And but yeah, I mean, I don't know what to say. The figure is of course the same. You can see the different tones for the trousers, the different color of the boots. This guy is black boots, this one is like brown gray thing, I don't know. The skin tones, I guess you can see those. The faces is the same sculpt, but yeah. And here this guy literally has like pink lips, like bubblegum pink lips, not pinkish lips. He just ate I don't know, a dragon fruit or a granada, you know, this fruit with pomegranate. I don't know the name in English. Maybe it's that pomegranate. Pomegranate, you know what I mean. He's all red on the lips, and I don't know what's happening with the decisions in the Hasbro paint department. Otherwise, I mean, the sculpt is great, but yeah, I'm saying it for the 20th time, what's going on with the eyes in my copy. And there you have Outback fully equipped with all the things he comes with. And first of all, let's continue admiring that. Oh god, let's just continue admiring those pretty eyes. Yeah, yes, this time they got me. It's the same as the Tiger Force Outback, all the accessories, everything about the figure. So let's remove all of that and just quickly check the articulation, which also is the same. So the head can look up that far. It can look down that far. It can turn to the sides, of course. It has a bit of tilt, well, a lot of tilt, actually, quite a lot of tilt, because this guy has a lot of clearance back there, down there. Anyway, I'm very disappointed with the printing of those eyes. Anyway, the arms can do, of course, over the, well, of course, I don't even remember, quite over the T-pose. So T-pose plus, you have a lot of butterfly to the back and a decent amount to the front as well. Decent, well, much less, but it's, I mean, actually, this guy, if I remember right, he can actually cross. Yeah, he has some cross action, which is always good. Can turn all the way around. Bicep cut is where you see it. It's very rounded. This arm, when I was hitting the figure, there was an arm which had a lot of carving in the inside. Anyway, it doesn't matter. The arm doesn't pop off easily or something. That much. I mean, double jointed elbows. The color difference, I'm not seeing it that strong in this one, but it's there. Again, this harder plastic and the PVC or whichever. Yeah, there's a difference there, and you have to always, well, I think we'll get a lot of that happening, sadly. Anyway, and this hand is vertically swiveled, I mean up and down, but that's what vertically is, and this one is in and out. Now, I hope I didn't forget anything. You have I oiled that waist So this one has a lot of movement there, has a bit of crunch. Well, has the ab crunch, of course, can go backwards that far. Both together, and forward that far. Sadly, the ab crunch on this guy is a bit, or quite loose. But I mean, because of the straps, he keeps like in position, kind of. But yeah, otherwise it would be totally loose, my copy, which is a shame. It's always bad to have that. Tilt to the sides, which is good. What else? The legs can do a good amount of splits. I forgot to take the side arm off. So if we remove the side arm, that's as much as you can do. Still a lot of, that's quite some range. Drop down mechanism, he can kick up that far, so it does help. I oil this guy, and yeah, here I can see him lifting the leg a bit more. Still, I'm not like, yeah, you know what I mean. I'm not like always a huge fan of that thing, you know. Without the drop down, he can kick up to 90. Actually, I really already activated that thing. It goes by itself quite easily. A little bit of leg backwards. He has, well, he can bend the knee that far, or this one, because it doesn't have as much strap. It always has straps. Anyway, double jointed knees. He has, of course, the thigh cut. He has, of course, a boot cut, where the boot is or begins. The feet can go, let's do this one. The feet can go backwards that far, forwards that far, which is a good range, and has a not the best ankle rocker. It's quite flat. Now for size comparisons, there you have Outback next to a couple of Crimson Bats and a couple of Cobra Vipers, next to Wolverine, Deadpool and Wicked, and next to Sergeant Slaughter, a Viper officer, Tiger Force Outback and Lieutenant Falcon. I think this figure is, well, I mean, this specific copy is terrible, especially, or I mean, actually only on the head. It's totally misprint, but yeah, still, I think it's the Outback people have been waiting for. I'm very happy with the Tiger Force one. This one I got a flop, a total misprint, and that's terrible. I mean, for me at least, of course. But yeah, what can I say? Of course, if you want to get yours, do it. But now we know maybe that's the actual reason why they do the windowless packaging, just to hide all those horrible quality issues they sometimes have. Yeah, I don't know, to save on the quality control department. Hasbro, you can hire me, but I mean, they're actually firing people instead of hiring, so let's see what happens. Anyway, please leave a like, share and subscribe. Take care, and I will see you in the next one. Ciao, ciao, ciao.